little hubby. You're just like a worm in my belly. All right, I'm coming. Things are almost done here. Brother Lei, let's go. I'll introduce you to a new friend. After a while, Wu Chen opened the door, and Wu Yurong arrived. Sister Wu, let me introduce you to two friends, Lei Cheng, Boss Lei, and Dao Menying, Miss Dao, and this is President Wu. Wu Yurong. Lei Cheng was a little surprised. I didn't expect the person you wanted to introduce me to, brother, would be President Wu. Wu Yurong asked. Are you surprised? Not really. I've never heard of you being friends with Brother Wu before. Oh, Wu Yurong suddenly said seriously. We're not just friends. This statement made Lei Cheng very confused. What did this Black Widow mean? Could it be that she and his brother had something they needed him to mediate? But he didn't know her, and they seemed to know each other very well before entering the door. What was the situation? Then, Wu Yurong fell into Wu Chen's arms. Wu Chen is my man, a man who can drive me crazy any time. Lei Cheng was shocked when he saw this scene. This pair of sisters is playing so openly. Does Li Rubing know about this? It seems like your family affairs are not simple, brother. Wu Chen felt that Wu Yurong was being too straightforward and asked, do you have to be so direct? Wu Yurong replied calmly, of course, if I could, I would tell the whole world. At this moment, Lei Cheng laughed to ease the awkward atmosphere. We're all family, Brother Lei, I asked Sister Wu to come here today because I have a business opportunity. I wonder if you're interested. Boss Lei, take a look at Ding Rulong's information. After reading the information, Lei Cheng exclaimed, so it's about dealing with Ding Rulong, taking his business, and taking his money. No problem, let's do it. Brother Lei, you don't have to agree so readily. This is a big issue. It will take at least half a year, maybe a year, to destroy him and his family. Hearing this, Lei Cheng stammered, brother, you want to destroy the Ding family. Wu Chen replied coldly, the earlier you divide the cake, the more you get. Just like Guru Ibo in Shanghai, he has already cooperated with us. For this new piece, I want Sister Wu and Brother Lei to work together. I won't participate in the specifics. Brother Lei, just discuss it with Sister Wu. Whether you cooperate or not is up to you. Do it, brother. You're offering me such a good opportunity. I can't refuse. I'll do it. After Lei Cheng agreed to the big deal, Wu Chen said, tomorrow, Guru Ibo will come to Donghai to meet with Sister Wu. Brother Lei, you should come too. The three of you can discuss the details together. Upon hearing this, Wu Yurong thought to herself, inviting Boss Lei to join, and once the Ding family is dealt with, the profits might even surpass the current assets of the Wu family. Immediately, Wu Yurong pinched Wu Chen's thigh. I don't know how to repay you, my little hubby. Lei Cheng raised his glass with a cheerful expression. Brother, President Wu, let's have a toast to our success. Just as Wu Chen raised his glass, Li Rutai called. Liu Yutiao's voice sounded urgent on the other end of the phone. Brother-in-law, come here quickly. There's a new development in Tong Xinbao's case. It's very urgent. Wu Chen quickly excused himself. Brother Lei, Sister Wu, I apologize, but I have to leave due to an urgent matter. Please continue your conversation. Lei Cheng, happy about the upcoming big deal, replied, go ahead with your work, brother. Boss Wu and I will take our time. Upon arriving, Li Rutai immediately pulled Wu Chen's hand and said, brother-in-law, my dad just called and said he's sending my third uncle to Donghai tomorrow to help with Tong Xinbao's case. Wu Chen muttered, third uncle, one of the powerful figures in the second generation of the Sun family, Sun Yongzhang. Li Rutai asked curiously, brother-in-law, you know my third uncle too. Wu Chen calmly replied, your father has entrusted me with full authority over Tong Xinbao's case. He wouldn't send third uncle to Donghai just for Tong Xinbao's matter. If my guess is correct, third uncle is coming to expose Ding Rulong. Li Rutai broke out in a cold sweat upon hearing this. So, you're saying that we can't kill Ding Rulong tomorrow? Wu Chen smiled faintly and continued, yes, Li Rutai, third uncle was sent by your father to restrain me. Since you know Ding Rulong is coming tomorrow, do you have any arrangements? We can't kill him, but we have to teach him a lesson. Wu Chen smiled slyly. Of course, I have arrangements, but I need your cooperation, Li Rutai. Immediately, a cunning plan formed in Wu Chen's mind. When are you going to burn that abandoned building? And the gun you found at Lo Diao's place last time, you still have it, right? Li Rutai lowered her head. Anytime, I'll listen to your instructions. Wu Chen whispered his plan into Li Rutai's ear. After a while, Li Rutai exclaimed, "Brother-in-law, that's brilliant." At this moment, Tong Xinbao called. "Big brother, it's me, Tong Xinbao. My second uncle is coming to Donghai tomorrow. He wants to see you." Wu Chen replied calmly, "Already aware of this news, I know." After hanging up the phone, Wu Chen's face was filled with anticipation. "It seems tomorrow will be quite lively," Li Rutai, still confused, asked, "What's going on?" The next day, at a luxurious building, Wu Chen greeted, "Mr. Tong, it's a pleasure to meet you." Tong Jingbin, the second master of the Tong family, laughed. "Young man, thanks to you, I've heard from my foolish nephew. If it weren't for you, he might have died on the streets the night before. Mr. Tang's words are very serious." Tong Jingbin flicked a black card towards Wu Chen and said, "You saved Xinbao's life. Our two families are now family. This is 50 million, just a small token of our appreciation. This is how our Tong family expresses our gratitude to you. You must accept it." Wu Chen took the black card with a smile. "Since you're so generous, I won't stand on ceremony with family." Thank you. Tong Jingbin looked at Wu Chen and thought, Xinbao was beaten. According to our Tong family's rules, Li Rutai should come to our Tong family and apologize. After all, this matter concerns the face of our Tong family. But the Li family doesn't want to do that, so they sent this Wu Chen to mediate. So, I gave him money, and he should refuse it. After all, accepting the money means that the Tong family has repaid the debt, and Li Rutai should apologize. What excuse does he have to refuse? But he directly accepted the money. What does this mean? Does he have other intentions? Let's test him further. After thinking, Tong Jingbin pretended to smile and continued, "This young man is so straightforward. I like dealing with straightforward people like you." Wu Chen replied cheerfully, "Mr. Tang, you must be tired after traveling all the way to Donghai early in the morning. You probably haven't eaten anything yet, right?" Wu Chen turned to Xiaodi and said, "Xiaodi, is the food ready? We have something to do later." Then, Wu Chen handed the card to Xiaodi. "Take this card. Buy food and clothes. Keep the rest of the money. You'll need it when you return to Shanghai." Tong Jingbin was stunned when he saw this. "What? I just gave him 50 million, and he immediately gave it to the nanny. No, he seems to be holding the nanny's hand." Xiaodi hesitated to accept such a large sum of money and said, "Mr. Wu, I can't take this." Wu Chen was determined. "We'll need it for future investments. Just take it." Then, Wu Chen held Xiaodi's hand and turned to Tong Jingbin, "Second uncle, please have a seat. I'll go help her in the kitchen." Tong Jingbin was speechless. "Oh, okay." Then, he turned to his nephew and asked, "Xinbao, are they lovers?" Tang Xinbao replied happily, "Yes, that sister's name is Xiaodi. Miss Li doesn't object to their relationship. I even heard Miss Xiaodi call Miss Li sister and Miss Li call Miss Xiaodi younger sister." Tong Jingbin was shocked. This Wu Chen is more capable than I imagined. He's not simple. I'm starting to get worried. How is he going to mediate Li Rutai's matter? After lunch at the Donghai Entertainment Club, in the Emperor's Hall on the top floor, Wu Chen entered the room where Li Rubing and Li Rutai were waiting. Li Rubing called out, "Honey," while Li Rutai happily called out, "Brother-in-law, Mr. Wu, you're here." Sun Yongzhang, the third uncle of Li Rubing and Li Rutai, spoke up, "Mr. Tong, it's a pleasure to meet you." Tong Jingbin shook his hand and greeted him, "Mr. Sun, I've admired you for a long time." As soon as they sat down, Sun Yongzhang said, "Mr. Tong, look at you. It's just a misunderstanding between the juniors. Why did you have to come all the way to Donghai?" Tong Jingbin deliberately said, "My nephew was almost beaten to death. I have to come and see what's going on. This was caused by Li Rutai. It's not a big deal. It's all a misunderstanding. This is definitely our fault, but there's no need to damage the harmony between our families. This time, young Master Tong was injured, and our Li and Sun families will definitely compensate." At this moment, Wu Chen raised his hand to interrupt. Wait a minute, Mr. Sun,